All right, I got it. This, ladies and gentlemen, is your solution to the Pasmo Suica suspension of 2023. That's right. This is a TOICA card, which is the Tokai JRIC card, TOICA, Tokaido, which is the Nagoya area, the area between Tokyo and Nagoya. They sell these at Tokyo Station, so you don't need to rely on Pasmo and Suica only. This is kind of big news. So this is Pasmo, which you cannot get, which I have because I've been living here for a very long time. And there's also this is the Welcome Suica card, which you can get at the airports. This is available because they apparently have a lot of the IC card chips that are in the back there. But you can now get this one. And look how cute it is. I have never had a TOICA card before. Look at the little chicks running there. And I can tell you exactly why the chicks are running on why the chick is the mascot for this one. Well, Nagoya is famous for its chickens. It has the best chicken probably in Japan, certainly the most famous brand of chicken. And they put it on the card. I'm not complaining, this is super cute. It's got the same number, it's got the same conditions. You can charge it up to 20,000 yen. It costs 2,000 yen to get the card, but it's 1,500 yen of cash that is available on the card after you buy it. 500 yen is a deposit, so you return the card, which is what you're supposed to do when you leave or don't need it anymore. Now I've actually got way more cards than this. It's part of my job, so I keep them. But I wanted to go over this issue with you because it is something that is still ongoing. Now, I went into the station here at Tokyo Station, and I literally tried to buy a Suica card. First, I went to this machine, which charged it, and I thought I could buy the cards here. I even switched it to English menu for you so you guys can see. There's not even a menu to buy the IC card on this one, which is a little odd. So I went over to the other one. I canceled out of here, and I went to the machine next door, and I let the lady know that, yeah, that machine's working fine. And this is the card where you're supposed to be able to buy it, and I'm a little bit confused here because I click pass, I go for new pass, right? I'm not renewing a card. And there's no option for buying a Suica card, which is weird. None of these work. So I canceled that and I figured, okay, that's a dead end. All right. So we moved on to section B. There's a sign inside of Tokyo Station, which you can see right here. It lets you know that from the area where I was at the vending machines, if I would just walked around, there was a JR Central office that issued tickets, and I would be able to get a TOICA card, which is an IC card, just in this particular windowed area, which I followed, brought me on a wild goose chase. It wasn't so wild. I walked around to that place where the arrow went and came up to this location, which is where I got the TOICA card. So this is just this one, and it's number 2, the window in number 2, and you can clearly see that it says TOICA right there. And that's where you would be able to buy it. And there were a lot of people in the line that were buying there. You don't want to go to the other windows. You can only go to that particular one. And you get yourself a TOICA card, which on the back has the same, it looks the same. I don't want to show you the number because you could probably get the cash off of it. It looks the same as all the other IC cards, and it works the same too. You can charge it in Tokyo as well, but you can't return it in Tokyo. To get your 500 yen back, you have to actually go to this particular office in Tokyo Station, which, you know, there's always a shortcut. And this is what I like about, I get a brand new shiny card with chicks on it. Any card with chicks on it. I'll lay it out for you. So here's my card collection. I'll lay it out for you right here. Boom. I think that this one, the TOICA card is really nice here. The past one's kind of boring. This one takes the cake. I like it. It's simple. I like the wave, but yeah, it's not too big. But IC is written right there, and it works on the national network. So there you go. Now, that's for those of you that want, and I see Gara writes in here something really good. This is a live stream, so you can definitely leave a comment here. Let me know your thoughts. Definitely, if you don't need a Passmo or a Suica card, use your smartphone. This is certainly an option for those. Now, I've had people telling me there were issues with people who had Android phones. They couldn't use the Passmo. I guess, you know, you're gonna have to update your phone if this is such a big deal to you or not. But what I'm telling you is that if you do have an Android phone, you do have an option. It's called TOICA. TOICA, and it's pretty cool. So I went online and did the research for you so you don't have to. So this is the JR Central website here. Push play. The Tokai IC card, or TOICA, can be purchased at vending machines, in particular in the Nagoya area, and in particular with JR, all right? There's a Manaka, which is the Nagoya subway card, but also works in the central Japan region. But it works nationally, but these are the ones that you would purchase. Purchasing them is regional. The usage of it is national. So this is the information. And what is funny, let me push pause here. What's funny about this is that map there that shows you the regionality of these IC cards. There's Manaka, which shows you the central. You see the Suica card, which is around the Tokyo, and the Passmo card is up there in the east. We call this the North Japan part is East Japan. And then West Japan is this side. And that's the Manaka, Ikoka, and you see Sugoka. I use the Sugoka card right now. But it doesn't even say the TOICA card on there. So it's not an especially popular one, apparently. Kanai likes to use the Kitaka card, which has a flying squirrel on it. And it's got this really cool green to it. So there you go. That's a little bit of information. It works the same as the other IC cards, but I was looking on the news today just to check up. Yeah, Yahoo is still a thing here in Japan, everybody. Just FYI. It's a big thing still in Japan. There's Yahoo Japan, which is successful, just like 7-Eleven and some other companies that are Western, and then Japan has bought them out and made them successful. Yahoo is sort of thriving here in a way. So this article states that the Suica and the Passmo is still suspended. This is from September 18th, just about 10 days ago. And there's no end in sight. Apparently the suspension started in June of this year, and it looks like it's going to continue on until next year. So there's not going to be any physical Suica or Passmo cards that are easily available. You might be able to find them at some stations, but they're like the fumes, the remaining last few, or recycled cards or something. They just don't have the IC chips for it here. So according to the news, the Suica Passmo cards are suspended until next year at least, or until they decide that it's not. So the suspension could go on a little bit longer than that. I really don't know. I just know that this is the TOICA card, and this is my card, and this can be your card too for 2,000 yen, and if you can find it at window number 2. So you know what? I can show you. How about this? All right, let's do it. I'm game. I'm game. If you guys click the like button, who's doing it? Power me up. Let's just take a quick walk inside here. And what I want to do is to show you. Let's see here. I want to show you the booth that it's at. Now, the easiest way to figure it out is to go to the Yaisu North entrance, is what this is here, and then there's Daimaru. I'm gonna put the camera down on the ground here. So Daimaru is the big department store. That's where you can get some really cool gifts. But if you walk down this corridor and go straight, it's that ticket office on the left side. That's where you'll find window number 2. And then from there, you'll be able to get a TOICA card. I was given this information by the JR Cafe window, which is where you can get JR rail passes, and they have an English-speaking staff inside of there, which is really cool. All right, hold on a second. Okay, so this window right here. So this window right here is where you can get the tickets, and then there it is. It says TOICA there, window number 2. And there's already a bunch of people waiting in line to get IC cards. Word is getting out. Word is getting out. It is so busy on a weekday. I can't believe it. All right, let's get out of here. It's so busy on a weekday. Gosh, they always have such good confections in here. Did I show you guys my favorite, which is right here? This is one of my favorite. This is the Danianos. They sell like these walnut things from Kamakura. Oh, they're so good. What's it called? Benya, Kamakura. Highly recommend. What's TOICA? Is it new? Saya, TOICA is for the Tokai region, which is central Japan. So JR Station, I'm glad that you asked that, so I can explain a little bit more. JR Station here at Tokyo Station, it's kind of a weird little hub because JR is considered JR East here in Tokyo. But JR East, but the Shinkansen, the Tokaido Shinkansen is JR Central. But Tokyo Station is the terminus for JR Central's Shinkansen, the Tokaido Shinkansen. So they're represented 2 networks of JR inside of Tokyo Station. JR East, which is about 95% of Tokyo Station pretty much. And then there are some offices for JR Central, which is where you get the Tokai, the TOICA card, which is one of the many regional passes. I asked the guy who was a trainee because he had a senior official next to him to check out his behavior and all this stuff. Very nice guy who spoke English as well. He was helping tourists get around. It took forever to get, I'll be honest with you, it took me like 10 minutes to get the TOICA card even though I was the next one in line because the tourists in there were arguing with him about, it was stupid. Like he would know. They were arguing to him and saying that Osaka Station was where the Shinkansen stops and not Shin Osaka. They wanted to go to Osaka Station by Shinkansen, and they said that the guy was wrong, which is weird. It's like, why would the employee of JR East be wrong? But he was just so calm and collected and just smiling, and he said, well, I can give you a ticket to Osaka Station, but you have to get off the Shinkansen at Shin Osaka. And they're like, they didn't believe him. Like, what? Why would the guy lie to you? So for 10 minutes, this back and forth is going on, and I could have been a little bit perturbed because, you know, my time is valuable. I didn't want to wait there for 10 minutes, but I'm just having a kind of a fun time in the background listening to people argue and try to figure out their trip without having done any research before going into the window to buy the ticket. I don't know. I was just smiling, and I think he could see me behind and smiling and know that this is sort of a ridiculous situation. But he handled himself really well, and I told him that he did a good job with the tourists before, and he just smiled. You can't take, that's the biggest tip that you can give somebody. Give them a compliment. You know, lets them know that they're doing a good job. Tell them that they're doing a good job. Shin Osaka is the Shinkansen station. I know, Shin means new. It's the new Osaka station made for the Shinkansen because the Shinkansen cannot swing into Osaka City and then swing back out. It's ridiculous. So they make a hub just like Shin Yokohama that is an easy access point to get into the city from the local trains. It just makes sense, monetarily anyways. It'd be cool if it did go into Osaka, but it's a 5-minute train ride from the Shinkansen to the local train, or you could get off at Kyoto and take the Shinkaisoku, which is 20 more minutes, but then you don't have to change at Shin Osaka Station. It's kind of easier. I don't know. There's lots of different alternatives. But I wanted to pull them aside and say, listen, let me buy my pass, and I will be happily give you advice on how to plan your trip more effectively. But then it was over, and they were gone. On their merry ways. Fine. It's all good. No, it's the green Suica card. I bought it before my trip in July. Okay, so I'm looking at the chat here. If you do have any questions, you can let me know. But TOICA is one of the many IC cards. that are available. And now it's in my pocket. I got 2 chicks in my pocket right there. Look at that. And there's a TOICA logo. It's cool. And I can use it to buy drinks and all this other stuff. It has the IC chip inside of it. This issue is going to go on for a little bit longer. I'm pretty sure that you can buy Suica cards on eBay. You don't need to do that, all right? You can literally get IC cards here that aren't Suica at other places. So it's just Passmo and Suica grossly underestimated the amount of chips, and they cannot reorder them because the company that makes them is limited, and it would just take a long time. I guess it's a proprietary tech or something. It seems like something that would be easy to do, but the bottom line is that JR and Subway and all of these companies eventually want you to use your smartphone. So I would say if Android phones don't have it yet on there, very soon they're going to be having Android phones that are available for it, because this is where everything is leading in this direction, away from physical cards. And let's be honest, I got credit cards, I've got point cards, I've got so many cards in my wallet. The last thing I want is another card. Although I just bought one and now it's in my pants. Just weighs me down. That's why I need a bag to carry all this stuff. Right? It's kind of crazy. But I was able to do it. It just took me about 5 minutes to figure out where, and now you know. I did the work for you. Let me go over it one more time. This is the place. Right here. Oh, I can make it full window right there. Yeah, this is on the Yaisu North entrance. You can see there's a sign at window number 2, and it says here TOICA. And TOICA is sold at window number 2 only. And you just say, you know, TOICA onegaishimasu. And he'll say how many, and you just say ichimai or 1 please. And he gives you the TOICA card, and you have an IC card. And it looks like this, which is, where'd it go? There it is. It looks like this. And you now have an IC card that you can charge. Again, for those that are just joining us, you can charge them everywhere in Tokyo, but it's a card, original card from Central Japan, but you can charge it there, here, there, convenience stores, subway stations, just about anywhere. You can't. I don't think you can add this to your phone, but you can check to see if there's a TOICA app. I'm noticing that a lot of the regional areas, I think Ikoka now has an app where that allows you to use it or to add it to your phone. Suica is the one that Apple works with, so if you have an iPhone, I think it's iPhone 7 or 8 or later, I think it's 7, right? You have the NFC technology which allows you to touch and recharge it via your smartphone. If you don't have an iPhone, depends on the maker. LMAO writes in here, I have a Passmo from 2019 that I used last month in August. I feel lucky. I think that's pretty good that you have one. You're a selected few, and it's now an item that you can no longer buy, so it's kind of a valuable commodity. I feel somewhat special that I have a Passmo in my collection, and a welcome Suica. You know, I got the welcome. I dropped my Ikoka in some pigeon poo. Oh, it's kind of gross. Let's wipe it on some leaves. This is the welcome Suica card, and I got this as a campaign from JR East. They just gave me and Peter one, and I haven't used it yet. It says I have to use it by the 1st January 2025, and it has, I think, 2,000 yen on it or something, so I can buy drinks and stuff. But once I use it, for the first time I use it, I have to use it within 30 days or 28 days, I forget. So that's the, well, I got the card right here. That's the only bad thing with the welcome Suica. Get rid of the TOICA. I think you get the point. The welcome Suica card, let's see here, this card. I mean, this has an IC chip in there too. Oh, hold on, I shouldn't show you the number. I think it's too late. I think it's too late. I'll have to use it now. This card's expiration date is 28 days from the date. The balance cannot be refunded. The card balance limit is 20,000 yen, so you can recharge this apparently, but it expires. Boom. There you go. I will now take some questions before John makes his way back home. This is the Yaisu Central entrance. You want to go to the north one over in this direction, and you'll find the space. This is where the highway bus is and the taxi stand is. And up there is a Hitachi no craft beer place that, oh, right there. Peter and I will stand there and drink one and make fun of all the tourists with big suitcases. We don't actually do that. We might, if it's really big. We're actually, you know what? We're actually more jealous that you have free time to take a trip around Japan. I'd like to be doing that too. Like without having to film at all. I just checked my Apple iPhone and TOICA and Passmo are also available in addition to Suica. That's really cool. So I think that they might add some of the other ones like TOICA in the near future. It seems like it'll be something that they add in and something you should check. Did you ever visit Vietnam? Yes, I was in Vietnam in 2000, 23 years ago, and I loved it. I got pickpocketed at the Hanoi main post office. I was sitting down putting stamps on postcards, and a guy kneeled down next to me to sell me postcards. And as he was kneeling down, he put his finger in my pocket, and I felt the slightest of twinge, and I didn't think much of it for about 3 seconds. And by that time, he was out the door, and he had passed the cash like a football to 3 other people. And my friend, who is Belgian Dutch, was quite a large man, he shook him down, and I got $7 off of him. That wasn't my money. So this is a good story. We shook him down. We got $7 back, so I only lost $43. But he was visibly scared of the pain that my Belgian Dutch friend would have provided him. But he got $50. And I did not, I think we even shook him down for some of his postcards too. I can't remember, this was 23 years ago. But Hanoi was a little bit sketchy at the time. Now it's Vietnam's so beautiful. It's a different place than it was 23 years ago, as it was 23 years before that too. It's a story now. It was worth the story almost. Although I had to take better care of my cash and put it in my money belt, but I had loose cash in my pocket. I think he had seen it when I bought the stamps. I got 3 suits made in Hoi An, which are so well made. They're $20 a suit. They're so well made, I can still use them today. There's so many great things about Vietnam. The weather, the people, the food, getting around on motorbikes, a little scary in the cities. The countryside, man. All right, thanks for the question. $50 is a lot of dong. It was. I was actually US cash that he took. And the funny thing is that when we shook him down, he had $7 in US cash, a 5 and 2 ones. So, I don't know why I remember that. Question. Oh, right, yeah. Nightbot just shared the link for Discord. Photo Luke Hawaii's here. John, thanks for the info. I was worried that we wouldn't be able to use our Suica cards. Now, you get an option now, guys, and I think that's, you could still get that welcome Suica pass, which I think is really useful. But if you're thinking about reusing the same card, you can use that TOICA card for, again, 10 years as well. You don't have to give it back. And apparently they have plenty of them. I asked the guy, and he said, no Suica, no Passmo, but we're fine with TOICA here. I was like, okay. So you have a TOICA connection. I did it for you. I didn't need the card. Anybody, if you find me and you need a card, I will sell you my TOICA card for 2,000 yen. No profit. I don't need it. I'm just happy to have provided a service. I purchased a Suica card recently on Klook for my trip next month. Will I still be able to redeem it? The thing with buying old Suica cards is I wouldn't do it online. Do you want to know why? There's no way for you to confirm that the IC chip is even still usable. They break fairly easy, means if they've been bent or there's even been like some tension on it, the chip is worthless. I have 4 or 5 IC cards that are worthless because the chip is inside doesn't work anymore. You can't confirm that. The second reason why I wouldn't buy a secondhand IC card is that you don't know the expiration date on them. You don't know if it's actually you can use it. And it's not that hard to make counterfeit cards as well. Maybe it is, I don't know. But you can't confirm that the chip inside still works, and that's an issue. So people are selling them on Mercari. We call them Mercari, 2,000 to 3,000 yen. I wouldn't buy it. You don't need it. You have other options now. Now that you know definitively that you can get a TOICA card, please don't buy that on Mercari. Okay? You don't need to do that. You have options, including the welcome Suica card, which you don't even have to pay the $5. You can even keep it. All right. My friend will come here for study, so I am wondering whether the TOICA is accepted. Yes, as Teikiken.
Johnson.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Do you want to buy a TOICA card?
A TOICA card?
That's what it's the. Well, they don't sell the Suica cards, but I went in and got a TOICA card here.
Oh.
It's the.
I actually when I ordered the Japan Rail Pass on.
Here you go.
Online, they were still selling the Suica through that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
The physical cards?
Yeah, so I actually was able to get one.
Oh, wow.
online. Yeah.
Well, do you want to be on the stream?
Sure.
Okay. Where are you from?
U.S.
Okay.
Yeah, Washington D.C. area.
Oh, cool.
Maryland.
Oh, yeah. I was born in Alexandria.
Oh,
Just
that's
across the river, yeah.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go. So what's your trip been like here?
Been good. Been
Yeah.
good. It reminds me how hot it is here.
This is not hot.
It reminds me of summer. This is not hot, but it's hot. It's not.
It's
but
right now.
it is.
Today's comfortable.
Today's
It's
fine,
comfortable.
yeah.
The humidity was way down,
Yeah.
but imagine if you came in August, it would have been
Right. I've
a
been
lot
here in
worse.
August. Climbed Mount Fuji.
Oh, you did? You climbed
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Well, I heard it was like a big line to the top.
It was that time, yeah. It was, yeah. Yeah, like past A Station, trying to get up for sunrise.
Yeah.
It's a long line. Yeah.
I can imagine. When
Yeah.
you took the Fujinomiya or the Fuji
Subaru.
Yoshida?
The
Subaru.
Subaru
Okay.
side, yeah. Which
That's
is where
not-
everyone goes, so it's crowded. Yeah.
And you get to stick with all the yaki, the stamps on it.
Oh yes, yeah.
You got that too?
Yeah, got that too. Yeah.
Pretty cool. Well, where's your stick?
Oh no, I didn't climb it this time. I
Oh,
climbed
okay,
it
I was gonna say.
Last time.
Oh, I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
The problem with getting the stick is that you have to carry it around for you for the rest of your trip, which is cool as a weapon, but maybe not so much as walking around the cities with a stick. Oh, very cool. Yeah. So what are you up to today?
We were wandering around Tokyo Station, just kind of seeing
Oh, is
the
that
area.
your posse over there?
Yeah, my brothers, Andrew.
Keeping distance, yeah.
They're waiting for
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and then we're going back to Asakusa. To,
Okay.
Walk around, shop a little.
Did you have the melon pan there yet?
The what?
Melon pan.
Oh yeah. I know about it. I haven't had it yet.
Get the whipped cream over ice cream if you can.
Whipped
It's
cream over ice
it's so much better.
Okay.
Well, thanks for stopping to say
Yeah.
hi.
Didn't expect to see you here.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out
Yeah.
here. You guys, I'm gonna get your posse over there. They're trying to hide. You can't hide.
Can't hide.
Wow, they're big.
Yeah. They're taller than me.
Yeah, they're taller than all of us. You guys from DC as well?
Yeah. Live in Arizona now.
Well, we're in Arizona now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You guys are big. I think everyone in Japan's kind of shorter. So, mom.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you have 3 big sons. How's your trip in Japan so far?
Great. Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good. All right, well, I don't want to keep you guys.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
thanks for saying hi.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Right. Been watching your stuff for a while.
Really? Oh well, thank
Yeah.
you. What was the first episode?
I don't even remember. I have no idea.
Yeah, I live down the street here,
Oh,
so
wow.
I come and hang out at the station. all the time.
I'm looking for a bread shop somewhere.
Oh,
What's
a
good
bakery?
one? Yeah, a good bakery. Japanese
Oh
style,
yeah,
like
there's.
Asian style.
Oh, Asian style. Everything that is going to be down these steps into the basement of the Yaichika, and there's an information desk that will probably point you to all the bakeries. But in the basement of Daimaru, there's about 3 or 4 bakeries, but
Okay.
you're not going to find them on this level.
Okay, so go down the basement.
Yeah,
over
go
there.
down in the basement. There's a couple of really famous French bakeries that have
Okay.
great croissant, but I think there's a couple of Japanese bakeries too.
Okay. right.
But yeah, you want to go down, and this whole thing goes down all the way in this direction. It's called Yaichika. It's a big shopping mall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll find stuff there.
All right. We just came from Ikinari Steak, which is down there.
Oh yeah. Good choice.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
See you guys. That was cool. Yeah, so I hope I answered. And he said that I forgot to ask his name. I'm sorry. Thanks for coming. Thanks, family. He was able to get a Suica card. This is really good information. Able to get a Suica card off of the website online. So it might be worth checking online to see if you can get the Suica cards too, if that's the brand that you want. But the bottom line is that like you can get these cards at the station. Just go. I thought I might have gotten someone to buy it for. You just go and get them from window number 2. You can get these. It's not a problem. So Tokyo's not sold out. You just have to be a little inventive. But I'm reading the live chats here. Why don't you write in, if you already have a card, write the one that you have right now, because I'm kind of curious to know which one that you have for Japan-based IC cards. Michael Sasana is in the house. Aloha, John. I have my Suica card from 2019, hoping there won't be any issues. You're going to be fine, Michael. If not, I got a card that you can use. So we got you covered. I'm gonna save that, right? Michael's name. Don't worry. I brushed the pigeon poo off of on the leaves there. Were you even here? Pitaka? Oh, Pitapa. Yeah. Pitapa is one of them. Like, these are some weird ones. A Snowly Mint writes in here, Suica, Passmo, Ikoka, and you do need 3 of them. It's like, you know, you're a pro if you have more than one. Ikoka, Suica, Passmo, Suica. Seems like most people have those 3. We have somebody with a TOICA. Oh no, Easy Writer writes in here. Okay, so TOICA over the Passmo passport. I don't think there's one over the other. I can just tell you that you can get an IC card that you can use for 10 years that's rechargeable everywhere in the country, and you don't have to buy it on Mercari for a price and not take a risk that it won't work. It'll work if it comes directly from JR. That's what the point is. What is the deal with the cards? An IC card allows you to ride that bus. All you have to do is to touch the card, and you don't have to fumble with cash. You can go to any convenience store and use an IC card and buy food. You can use the IC card for all the trains as well, for taxis if you want to jump in one of them. You just touch it and you can pay for everything without having to need cash. Using it as a transportation card is really convenient because it will track your trip and it knows exactly how much you owe at the end, and it's easy to be recharged at any booth. And you can put up to 20,000 yen, which is about $150 on it. So if you lose it, you only lose 150 bucks, so don't lose it. But you can also register your name and phone number, and if you do lose it, there's a chance that you'll be able to get it back. All right, everybody. Have a good day and good night. I gotta go. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll see you tomorrow, another live stream. I gotta go get some lunch. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Photolook Hawaii. Roro2K writes in here, aloha from Kauai, Hawaii. I'll be going back to Japan next month, going to Hakodate for the first time. Hakodate, good choice. Looking to utilize the JR Pass big time. Yeah, JR Rail Pass big. You absolutely will get a lot of use for it. If you're going up to Hakodate, you can take the Shinkansen. That trip's about 20,000 yen, so it almost pays for itself with the trip to Hakodate and back. It's a little pricey to go up in that direction. Or you could take there's a JR pass that allows you to go up to Hokkaido that you could buy inside of here. So if you don't need the full country pass, you might be able to save money. There's one that I believe it's JR East and Hokkaido. So you might be able to save some money on that. Hey, if you can get a pass and you got a passport to travel, I'm jealous of your adventure, and please share with me on our Discord server when you come to Japan all of your photos. I'm digging the photos that you all are sharing on the Discord server. Thanks, guys. So you can see pictures live and ask questions to people that are already in Japan. Just a quick shout out, as I'm going to be releasing a video in the next few days as soon as Hiroshima Prefecture writes back to me and confirms it. This episode is going to be an amazing one. This is the atomic bomb Hibaku Resha is what we call it in Japanese. This train was bombed out and destroyed in World War II in the atomic bomb, but it's still in use today as public transportation. And I rode this train and I talked with the conductor, and it's an incredible edited video coming to the main channel in the next couple of days. I'm just waiting for the check mark that everything I did was accurately correct. The link for the Discord server is discord, discord.gg / only in Japan, one word. And it's in the chat here. Nightbot shares it all the time. You get postcards on on Patreon too. That's patreon.com / only in Japan. All right, everybody. Thanks for the support. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Good news, huh? I'm not sure that's a make or break thing for some people's trips. The TOICA one, what's good about it? You get a chicken on it, no pigeons. Not yet anyways. Oh, he just took one. On live. And he flew away. He relieved himself and flew away. Birds. Mata ne.